Hi, my name is Rachel Roberts, and this is my introduction video for AEP 855. I'll start off with some background knowledge about where I work and what I've done professionally. Currently, I'm a 7th grade English language arts teacher at Seaman Middle School, which is just north of Topeka, Kansas. I'm in my 5th year teaching. I spent the first 3 years of that in 5th grade. I was just a general education teacher, and then the last 2 years I've spent at the middle school. I really love middle school, even though people think that's crazy. I don't see myself going back to elementary because I think middle school is a good fit for me. I'm currently the ELA department chair at the middle school, and I'm also a member of the building leadership team, so that's been a fun thing to be a part of this year. Personally, I have a 2-year-old son, Levi, so with the illness going around right now, we are buckling down hard on potty training, so that's what's happening in my world at the moment. I'm also a wife to my husband, David. He's also a teacher at a neighboring district, and he coaches year-round, so we're enjoying having a little bit of downtime with him right now before the next season gets underway. I also have about 5 acres at my house, and I raise and breed chickens, so that's kind of a fun hobby that I have. And in any downtime that I have between school and my son and my husband's sports and everything else, I like to read, obviously, and then we're going to start our garden again here soon when it dries up, so that's always something I look forward to in the spring as well. For this module, we had to read several different articles talking about different roles in leadership. So the first thing I wanted to address is the 3 types of mindsets that a principal should have. So a principal should have the mindset that all students can learn and grow. They should believe in teacher collaboration over isolation, and they should operate with happiness and optimism. So as you can see on my slides, there's several different benefits from each of those types of mindsets. I think every educator should have the mindset that students can learn and grow. If you don't have that mindset, I'm not sure why you're in education. So that would be a no-brainer. The working with teachers collaborating, I think that's very important moving forward. That's one thing I love about my middle school, is that we're very collaboration focused, whereas my district doesn't have that many opportunities for elementary teachers to collaborate like they do in the secondary curriculum. So I think that's a very important thing for principals to have strong opinions on. And then just to be happy and optimistic can go a long way with your staff in improving your school climate. Types of dispositions that principals should have. Of the 5, the first 3 are listed on the screen. The first one is confidence. A good principal is not afraid to make decisions that are in the students' best interests. They are ambitious, humble, and self-assured. They are also a risk taker, and they learn by doing. They're not afraid of making mistakes. A good principal should also have a sense of humor. That makes it easier to build relationships with, and it keeps a positive outlook. The 4th and 5th dispositions would be empathetically assertive, so they're being both patient yet persistent, and they promote change even when staff members don't really want to buy in. They don't give up. They are also a learner. They refer to themselves as a learning leader in the article, and I kind of like that term. So they're always willing to try something new. They keep up with educational trends, and they're not afraid to put it into practice. There are 3 types of practices an effective principal would model: focusing and prioritizing, examining feedback and data, and emotional intelligence. When you focus and prioritize, you determine what needs to be done to meet goals, and they do it without distraction. That would be including the ability to say no as needed. They should also examine feedback and data, review the data, and be intentional with it. Find a priority and make it a focus. They should also have emotional intelligence, treating others with dignity and respect, leading by example, and making the school a safe place for everyone. The second article talked about the 8 principles of ethical leadership. They are as follows: personal courage, public interest ahead of self-control, discipline, and integrity, task and employee-centeredness, recognizing talent, requiring high ethics from everyone, sensitivity and understanding, and inclusiveness. So, I really enjoyed reading the two articles that were presented for this module. I thought that it made a lot of sense. Mindset, disposition, and practices are contagious, in my opinion. So, leaders who have those traits, they are more successful than the principals who don't, and it will help increase staff buy-in. Maybe not right away, but eventually, when a leader is consistent and dependable, they'll come around, and you can have the staff on board with your opinions. A lot of these things I feel like I already possess. Obviously, as a teacher, I feel all students can learn. I collaborate. I try to be pretty optimistic, though usually like in the third quarter, it's pretty hard to stay positive. The dreary Februarys kind of get you down, but I think overall I'm a pretty positive and optimistic person. I have a good sense of humor, I'm very empathetic, and I'm very good at prioritizing tasks and analyzing data. I'm emotionally intelligent, and I try to include people as much as possible. There are some areas that were talked about in this module that I'm not strong at yet. So this is something that I would want to continue to work on. That would be my self-confidence, being a risk taker, and being really decisive. Sometimes I think too long about what I should do with a decision instead of just picking something that's in the best interest of my staff and students and going with it. I need to be more assertive and learn to say no and have personal courage. So those are all things that I can work on and improve on as I become more of a leader. I think strong leadership qualities do a lot of things, not only for your staff, but for your students in your school as well. Obviously, you build unity in your staff, but you also build school morale. And this positive, upbeat attitude within a school rubs off on your students and makes school a good place to be, which overall improves student learning. Thank you for taking the time to watch my introductory video. I hope to learn a lot from everyone this semester, and I hope you have good luck in this class.